This is a review of the policy and procedures for credit card purchases. This policy describes Ivy Preparatory Finance Office use of the credit card according to the Cash Disbursements Section 3-2 of the Financial Management for Georgia Local Units of Administration Manual. All credit card purchases must adhere to the following policies. Only one credit card will be issued for the school in the name of the head of schools/principal, the credit card. The head of schools/principal, accounting specialist, and board chair, collectively referred to as the authorized users, and each an authorized user, are authorized to use the credit card for school-related purchases only based on the following guidelines. Credit card purchases will be based on approved recurring charges related to school operations, selected school travel-related expenses, curriculum-related purchases, and school supplies. The credit card and related documents will be secured in the accounting specialist's locked file cabinet. The accounting specialist will maintain possession of the physical credit card at all times, except when needed for school travel by the head of schools/principal. All credit card transactions, regardless of the amount, require a signed purchase request and purchase order approved by the head of schools/principal. The credit card may not be utilized without prior written approval by the head of schools/principal. Credit card purchases of $1,000 or more will require both the approval of the head of schools/principal and the chief financial officer. Credit card purchases of $5,000 or greater will be reported to the board during the next board meeting following the purchase. The following types of purchases are strictly prohibited by the authorized users: personal purchases or cash withdrawals, cash advances, goods or services not directly related to official Ivy Preparatory Academy business, entertainment, unauthorized and unapproved charges, and other items deemed prohibited by the chief financial officer. Prior to the use of the credit card, each authorized user shall sign a credit card usage agreement acknowledging the user's understanding of this credit card policy. Any changes to the credit card policy must be approved by the governance board before being implemented. The accounting specialist will confirm monthly all credit card expenditures with the chief financial officer, and more frequently than monthly upon request by the head of schools/principal. The chief financial officer will provide a monthly reconciliation of the credit card statement of credit card charges from the prior month and verify that all procedures have been followed according to the credit card policy. Violations of the credit card policy may result in discipline up to and including termination based on the severity of the violation as determined by the head of schools/principal. Credit card procedures. The following steps detail the procedures for credit card purchases. The requester should first seek the product or service purchase approval from the budget owner. The budget owner will notify the requester whether or not the product or service is an authorized expenditure and if the request is denied or approved. If the request is denied, no other action is required by the requester. If the request is approved, the requester should generate a purchase request and purchase order that includes the signatures of the requester, manager and/or budget owner, head of schools, and chief financial officer. Once the purchase request and purchase order has all the required signatures, the forms should be forwarded to the finance department along with an invoice or online order detail. After all purchase documentation have been received and verified, the finance department will finalize the credit card purchase. This is a copy of the credit card usage agreement, which is only to be completed by authorized users, which are the head of schools / principal, accounting specialist, and board chair. Here are the purchase request and purchase order forms to be submitted to the finance department. Here are samples of an invoice and online order form to be submitted to the finance department. This completes the review of the policy and procedures for credit card purchases.